In this session, we'll learn about the image tag. I've prepared an image onto this lessons directory for you to use. You can download it from the course GitHub repository or use your own image. Let's get started. In the body tag, type img and press Enter or Tab. VS Code will automatically generate the image tag for you, complete with two attributes, src and alt. src stands for source and specifies the path to the image. Now look at the image we have here, cute.jpg. It is currently in the same directory as this HTML file, so they are at the same level. When files are in the same directory, you only need to provide the file name. So type cute. Did you notice that as soon as I typed the letter C, VS Code provided a suggestion? If I press Enter or Tab, it auto-completed the file name. Isn't that convenient? Let's open the browser to see the result. Some of you might wonder, what if the files are not at the same level? This involves the concept of a relative and absolute path, which we'll cover in the next lesson. For now, let's continue with our image tag. After specifying the source attribute, let's assign a value to the alt attribute. Its full name is alternative text, and its main purpose is to provide descriptive text when the image cannot be displayed, thereby improving web accessibility. Let's try it. A cute kitten. Check the browser. Nothing changes with the image. So, what is the purpose of the alt attribute? There are three purposes. The most important purpose is search engines use the value of the alt attribute to understand the content of an image. For example, when you go to Google Images and search for cute kitten, it shows a lot of images matching the keywords. Let me ask you, do you know how do search engines know the content of the images on the website so they can display the result to meet your search? Do you know? That's right, that is we who tell them. And how do we tell them? Through the file name? Of course, yes. That's one way, but the better approach is by using the alt attribute. Let's take a random image from the search results. Visit its website and inspect its code. Notice the alt attribute. It says cute kitten, right? Meanwhile, the file name is just a long string and doesn't describe the content. Actually, many websites don't name their images based on their content, but use other naming conventions. So, when search engines crawl your website, they use the contents of the alt attribute to catalog it. This makes the alt attribute a crucial element that can affect your website's ranking on search engines. Yet it is often overlooked by developers. The second purpose of the alt attribute is to display its content when the image cannot be shown for some reason. Let's test this by temporarily deleting the image. Notice how the image disappears in the browser, and its place is taken by the content of the alt attribute. Then the third purpose of the alt attribute is for screen readers used by visual impaired users. These readers will read the value of the alt attribute aloud, letting the user know what the image represents. Now, let's discuss another question. Can we resize the image? Yes, we can. We use two attributes for this, width and height. Open the image and check its original size. You see in the bottom right corner of VS Code, it shows 826 by 826, with the unit being pixels behind. We'll dive deeper into pixels during the CSS course. Let's set the width to 300. Notice how the image becomes smaller and its height scales proportionally. If you don't want proportional scaling, you can also set height. For example, set it to 100. Now, doesn't it look squishy? Finally, think about this. Is the image element a block level or inline element? Let's test this by duplicating the image tag. In the browser, you'll see that the new image appears on the same line as the original one. This shows that image is an inline element, not a block level element. For now, we'll consider image as an inline element, which is correct. However, when we learn CSS, we will introduce another display mode called inline block, which is a more accurate classification for image tag. But for now, let's treat it as an inline element.